lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner's side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze, stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my day.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank.
Not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. lovers, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Mike 2, watch 2, watch 2. Let's go tight end, let's go right here now. 51, sub. 39. Bravo. Go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Shift. Four down.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12. 61.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They toss to Freeman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Get down. Ready. Mike 25. Push him back. 20. 20. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Oh, you get on the head. Hey, exit. Hey, South. Mike 51. Mike 51. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Check tight. Wide. Check 50.
trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant. Showing it, showing it. Got it. Go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go check. Hey, Ripley. Hey, Alpha. Danny. Gun.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Ready, Blue 80. 525. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 21. Go. Base. Mike 5. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 5's the mic.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Returnable for Grant. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Strong right.
Hey, Delta.
We got 4. Mike, 4. Got it. Check.
Now Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Good. Switch. Check.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. The 40, 30, the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 11. Focus, defense, focus. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Gun. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Alert 3. Got it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's checking. Crash. Go.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike 61. 36 power. Get in the weight room. Check 24. Check 24.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have to...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
280, 58.
Mike 2, Mike 2. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that side deep. Don't let him breathe.
Space.
Mike 2.
Space.
Watch 2.
Let it go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and 9 on the Seahawks 38-yard line.
Mike 51. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Choose the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Fun. Got it.
Mike 2, Mike 2.
Yo.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm here on up. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's go, D.
Alert. Switch.
They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
go. In and out. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 20.
Let's go. 4 down. 4 down. I got you, boy. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf as time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
That result, really no surprise. That's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Flag 90. 61. You're not ready. You're not ready. 14, got it. 61, Mike, 61.
To throw on second and 6. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. 21. Hey, Haywood. Gun. Hey, gun.
From the gun, Ryan. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hey, South. Hey, wahoo. Space. 51 to Mike.
On second and a yard, Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
On first down, Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Check. Lucky. Gun. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On second down now, it's Green. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 24. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 47-yard line.
Everyone, 37's the mic.
Stop your riot.
Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike.
Alert, alert, alert.
Check 37. Check 37.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
One flip. 25.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
We play to win.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You got wait. You got tape. Got it. Hey, echo. Got it. Go now.
From the gun, Ryan. And a grab over the middle by Stacker. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
4 down. Check.
This is Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 4th-quarter comeback for the QB.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Hey, South. That's the way. Right here, guys. Fight the ball.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Caught by Sanu. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Wait.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Undercrush, Greystone, travel.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Hey, seam 6. Got it. My 5.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, a left side completion to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On the Seahawks 17-yard line.
White 25! Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Base. Mike 2.
Freeman again. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mike 2. Let's go, defense.
21.
Deep, man up, deep. Quick the edge.
Go. Hey, Tuesday. Got it.
Watch 2.
Smooth.
Son, you gonna see me and you
Let him go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
54, south. Got it.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 2. Watch 2.
Hey, Charlie.
I got you, son. Choose the mark.
Wait, he's got it.
All day, defense. All day.
Wait.
All day.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jaron Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs and team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Titans Ringo.
14.
Titans on the Ringo. Everyone's got 4 down. Everyone 36. Mike 37. Ain't no.
Now it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Good foot.
I'm trying to collect. Mike 61.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
Ready? I don't think you got it, sir. 39.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Freeman a 1st down and more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready? Back 25. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
51, South! Bravo!
Mike 2, Mike 2.
Got.
Mike 2, watch 2, watch 2. You ain't got nothing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they close out this first half at a very solid 6 and 2.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change